Today, we're going to discuss continuation of integration by parts. So I'll be giving you problems after applying integration by parts. So you will have an integral that is to be transposed on the other side so that it will be combined with the original one. So meaning you will come up with an integral on right side similar to the integral which is the given one, okay, or the original one. So here we have no choice but to take u sine ln of x. And then our dv, the remaining. So simply dx. Okay? Now our problem here why this is not possible by trigonometric integration is that because of the absence of the derivative of ln x. The derivative of ln x is what? 1 over x. So there is no 1 over x here. So we're going to try if trigonometric integration by parts will be applicable here. So again, u is sine of ln x. What is du? What's the derivative, guys, of sine of ln x? Cosine of ln x times 1 over x multiplied by dx, no? So dx over x. So this is the differential of u. Now, what about dv equals dx? If you have dv equals dx, what is v? So it means v is equal to x, no? But we're not going to write that constant anymore because that constant will be absorbed later in the constant that we're going to introduce in our final answer, okay? So applying now integration by parts formula or IBP, we have integral of sine of ln x is equal to what, guys? Huh? Oh. What's the answer? X times sine of ln x. So that is ub. Yan. uv, not sub ha. Iba yung sub. Minus the integral of x times cosine of ln x times dx over x. So if I multiply this with this du, we get x again times cosine of ln x over x dx, no? So from here, x is canceled out. So giving x sine of ln x minus integral of cosine of ln x dx. But you notice that what we had here in this line, actually, there is no progress because what we obtained is an integral that is similar to what? To the problem that we had. So this problem, integral of sine of ln x dx, again, is similar to the level of this integral of cosine of ln x dx. Since this is a problem, integral of sine of ln x dx, so integral of cosine of ln x dx will also be a problem. Okay? So because what happens that sine x is just replaced by cosine x, still we can't evaluate this. But let's try if we can have a progress after repeating integration by parts. But this time, let u equals cosine of ln x. And let's see if integration by parts again will work. So we have negative sine of ln x. The derivative of cosine is negative sine of this ln x. But what is the derivative of ln x? 1 over x multiplied by dx to be differential. Okay? And what about dv? So dv, I will put dv sub 1 because this is another one. Although it so happens that it is also dx, no? So b sub 1 therefore is x, okay? So we get what integral, guys? What integral do we get? We get integral of sine of ln x dx is equal to x. Hindi kasi kayo nagsasalita, guys. Sine of ln x. I have to copy this first. Minus, yan. I will enclose in brackets. So minus the answer for integral cosine of ln x dx, uv, that is x cosine of ln x minus, so minus minus, so it is now plus, no? Integral of, so again, minus and negative, so positive. X is cancelled out, no? So getting sine of ln x, okay? Dx. Is that clear, guys? So here, now, notice that if I'm going to remove brackets here, so I'll get something like this. Integral of sine of ln x my dx is equal to x sine of ln x minus x cosine of x cosine of ln x, then minus integral of sine of ln x, right? Did you get this, guys? Guys, so what do you notice about this integral that I get on the right side? Guys, what do you notice? So this is similar, or actually the same integral. This integral sine of ln x dx is the same as the given, no? Which is the left side. If I'm going to transpose it on the left side, how many integrals do we have now? So we now have two integral of sine of ln x dx, right? And then I'll just copy the rest of the terms on the right side. Minus x cosine of ln x. Yan. Okay? Did you get that, guys? Did you understand this? Guys, so we do not have any more integral on the right side, no? But what we need is just one of this integral. There are how many integrals of sine of ln x dx? We have two. So dividing by 2, we get, by the way, we need now to add c, no? Plus c, because no more integral on the right side, okay? So dividing by 2, so let us have that c1 for the meantime, plus c sub 1. So dividing by 2, we get sine or integral of sine of ln x on the left side after dividing by 2. On the right side, dividing also by 2, we have 1/2 x sine of ln x, okay, minus 1/2 of x cosine of Yan, ln x, okay? Then plus c sub 1 over 2 or 1 half c sub 1. Now, for simplicity, I can let this 1 half c sub 1 simply c. No? If we're going to let c sub 1 to be equal to c, I mean c 1 half c sub 1 to be equal to c, then I will have now 1 half of x sine of ln x minus 1 half x cosine of ln x, then plus c. Okay, guys? So that's the answer. Guys, wala na akong kausap. Guys?
Sir, question.
Yes.
Yung pag sa final answer ko, pwede po bang 1 half C or kailangan C lang?
Actually, wala namang problema kasi pag dinifferentiate mo naman yung 1 half c sub 1, di ba zero rin naman yung babalik pa rin sa original.
Okay, okay.
At yung derivative ng c, zero rin. So, but of course, every time we write, we try to simplify the constant. Okay? So, as our final answer, because we want it the simplest form of arbitrary constant. So, since it is 1 half c sub 1, you can simply write it c sub c. But actually, it's not wrong. 1 half c sub 1 is still accepted. But since I want to write it in a simplest form, so I'm going to let it as c. But of course, you have to name it by other name, no? Kung kung c ang nilagay mo, c here, divide by 2, you will have c over 2, and then you let c over 2 by c sub 1. After all, that is just a name of arbitrary. You can change the name of arbitrary. It doesn't mean always plus c. It can be plus k if your arbitrary is k. You can have it c sub 3, c sub 4. When you go to D, actually, so you will be using c sub 1, c sub 2, or many arbitrary constants, not just this one. Okay? Do you still have question, guys? Guys, may mga trick na ganyan, no? Maraming trick after using integration by parts. So again, it's a practice, no? So you must practice so that you will be able to master the use of integration by parts and what strategy or technique you are going to add so that you will able to come up with your desired answer. Okay, so like this one, after applying integration by parts, since I get another integral that is similar to the one that is given, similar in terms of level, since the given is not what, it's not easy to solve, and that's why we apply integration by parts, but we come up again with a problem that is the same level with the given, so we apply again. So we apply integration for the second time. And it works, no? Pero kung halimbawa, after applying integration by parts for the second time, naging positive din tong right side. Same nga, kaya lang positive naman, exactly the same. That when you transpose, the given will be cancelled or zero. Then it will not work. You have to try another strategy. Okay, guys? Let's have another one. Kaya kung binigay sa inyo, integral of cosine of ln x dx, o yan din ang procedure. So, similar. Ang ililipat mo naman, you will come up with an integral na cosine din, similar. Then when transposed, will be combined with the given on the left side. Let's have another one. Number 2. So let's say we have this integral of e to the 3x multiplied by cosine of pi x, yan, dx. So what about this integral? So again, let's apply integration by parts. Which is better u here? If you're going to apply Liate, guys, which do you think is supposed to be the u and which is the dv? So, applying Liate, according to Liate, which comes first? Which function in the acronym? Exponential or trigonometric? Guys,
Trigonometric, sir.
trigonometric. So let's try taking u as our as cosine pi, no? Let's take cosine pi as u. Actually, in this case, you can choose either. Kahit you violate the liate, it will still work. Pero kung kusundan niyo ang liate, so ang ating cosine pi x ang u, no? So what is the du? So this is negative sine of pi x, but what's the derivative of what of pi x? Pi, no? So I have negative pi sine pi x. Okay? Then multiplied by dx because you want it to be differential of u, no? So what about dv? What about dv? E to the 3x dx. Okay? So by this time, dapat you know how to integrate it mentally. I will put 3 balanced by 1/3. So I will now have 1/3 e to the u. So e to the 3x. My u is 3x here. In this case, no? So plus some constant, but omitted na, no? Again, we don't write that anymore, but if you write, it's all right. Okay? So it will be absorbed actually to the c that we're going to introduce later. So the integral now becomes integral of e to the 3x. Yan. So cosine pi x, then dx, and that is equal to uv. So that is 1/3 e to the 3x times what? Times cosine of pi x. Yan. Okay? Then minus yan, v du. Minus minus minus, therefore positive now. So I am going to put the constant outside, pi over 3 yan, times the integral of sine of pi x times e to the 3x, no? So e to the 3x, then sine of what? Sine yan, pi x. Okay, guys? Dx. Yan. So again, what do you notice? This is of the same level with the problem that we have. So what we do, we continue, no? So again, let's have another integration by parts applying to this integral. Okay, guys? So what is our u this time? E to the 3x, cosine. E to the 3x, what's the partner? Sine, no? Sine pi x. Okay? Then our dv for this is still e to the 3x. Yan. Same, no? What about du, guys? Ano ang du natin? Du sub 1. So, positive pi cosine of pi x, no? What about v1? So we have answered that already before. So 1/3 e to the 3x. Okay, guys? Let me copy. Copy this part up to, I think, 5/3. No? I'm going to write that here. I think I will be needing much space. Yan. So plus, what comes next, guys? Plus pi over 3. I will enclose in bracket. So in a pair of brackets. So uv. What's uv? Can anyone dictate to me the answer, guys? What is ub1? ub1, u1b1. Oy, guys.
1/3
1
e
over
raised
3
to
to the
3x
then times
sine pi x, sir.
and sine pi x minus what integral? minus the integral of
Integral of v du.
v du, or what is that?
1 over 3 e to the
What?
3x.
And then pi
Sir,
cosine pi
ilalabas.
x, no? I
Opo,
will take the pi
ilalabas.
over 3 out, no?
Yes, sir.
Pi over 3, and then I will have e to the x, sorry, e to
3x.
the 3x, then
Cosine pi
cosine
x.
pi x dx. Oh, what integral did I get? Or do we, so what integral do we get? So this is similar, no? To the original, no? Notice that it is e to the 3x cosine pi x dx the inside, which is the same, no? With the original. So all we need to do is just to transpose it on the other side, on the left side, and combine it there so that no more integral on the right side. Okay, guys? Let's simplify first before we do that, no? 1/3 e to the 3x cosine yan, pi x. Yan. Medyo naglulus yung pen ko. Hindi siya yung kanyang yan. Then we have pi over 9 e to the 3x sine pi x. Am I correct, guys? Guys? And then after that, negative pi squared over 9, then integral of e to the 3x cosine pi x dx. Okay? Yan. What comes next, guys? So the next we have Conti, Diasis, Domingo Escareses, Gabriel, Galang, Geheluya, Gonzalez. So what are we going to do now? We transpose what? Ano ita-transpose natin on the other side? On the left side. Guys. Ano ita-transpose? So this, no? Negative pi squared over 9, integral of when e to the 3x cosine pi x dx. When transposed, added to this. What is the coefficient on the left side? 1. When transposed, the coefficient of this integral, when transposed on the left side, positive pi squared over 9. Okay? So 1 plus pi squared over 9. Okay, guys? So we have, and then multiply to integral of e to the 3x, and cosine of pi x dx, and that is equal to 1/3 e to the 3x, then cosine of pi x plus pi over 9 e to the 3x sine of yan, pi x, no? Plus some constant, let's say k. Okay? Where k is constant here. Did you get that, guys? Guys, did you understand that? Let me copy that. So, kailangan mawala yung coefficient on the left side, coefficient ng this integral, no? On the left side, because what we want, just integral of e to the 3x cosine pi x dx. Actually, we're almost done, no? All we have to do is to get rid of this. So this is, since this is equality, I can divide each side by such coefficient. Okay, guys? So that I will able to come up with simply integral of e to the 3x cosine pi x dx. So we now have, so we're going to get the LCD. Well, let's simplify first this coefficient. What is the LCD of this? We have 9, no? 9 plus pi squared over 9 integral of, let me copy the rest. And then this one, this part, I want it to be in factored form. Let me, so what is common here? What is common? E to the 3x, no? And then let me factor out the fractional part na common din. So which is smaller, 3 or 9? 9, no? I mean, which is bigger? 9, no? So kaya, ang alin ang smaller, 1/3 or 1 over 9? Yung 1 over 9. So I will factor out 1 over 9. Ay, 1 over 9, and then e to the 3x, the common one. So I will have here 3, no? Then simply cosine pi x na lang. And then from here, ang natira na lang pi, no? Then sine of pi x. Am I right, guys? Guys. Guys, naku, nagla-lunch na yata sila. Daya nyo. Oh, I can now divide each side by what? Oh, divide. Yan. Ay, multiply na lang, no? Multiply each side. Yan. Multiply by what? 9 over 9 plus pi squared. So that this coefficient on the left side becomes 1. Because we are interested only with integral of e to the 3x cosine pi dx, no? So, hence we get, this is now 1 integral of e to the 3 cosine of pi x, yan, dx, yan. And that is equal to yan, this, no? I'll just copy. So, this thing, ano magka-cancel? Yung 9, no? Pag minultiply here, so what will be left? E to the 3x over yan, 9 plus pi squared. Yan. Then, multiplied to 3 cosine pi x plus pi sine of pi x. And then, plus this k times this. So, 9k over yan, 9 plus pi squared. But we want our constant to be in simplest form. So, let that constant, after all, the derivative of that is 0. So, I can represent that by what? By a simpler constant, no? So, and let it be c, no? Okay? Guys?
Yes po.
So, plus c. Okay? So, again, if I'm going to write c to be equal to 9k over 9 plus pi squared, then I will have this as my final answer. Okay? Kung ang sagot sa libro, halimbawa, you are answering. Ang sagot sa libro, plus C, ikaw, plus C sub 2, okay lang yun, pares lang yun. Let's say you are trying to answer exercises from books. By the way, I included books you can practice. You find in the book that I posted in your Google Classroom, topic about this, no? Integration by parts. There are a lot of exercises there. And then I think there are answers at the back. You can check. Guys, you can do. You can do the exercises there in that book. I think tatlo yung pinirobite kong book doon. Libre na yon sa inyo. Biro nyo yun. Kung nasa kayo, face-to-face, you have to buy book. May mga book na kung minsan you really have to buy. Okay na, guys? Well, let's have the last one here. Then we now proceed to algebraic substitution. So what number are we now? 2, 3. Number 3, we have integral of yan, ln x yan, times e to the, sorry, not ln x. So let's have tangent x yan, times e to the tangent x yan, secant squared x dx all over yan, 1 plus tangent x quantity squared. Okay? Ito medyo tricky itong problem na to. Here. Meron akong hindi nakuha. Meron pang ilalim na natira. Oy, guys. Sige kayo. Hindi kayo nagsasalita. Pag kayo nagtanong, di na rin ako sasagot sa inyo. Sa mga message niyo. Kayo sasalita eh. Ungroup. Ayan. Here. So, over 1 plus tangent x quantity squared. Okay? Yan. So, hindi siya magandang what? I-evaluate, no? Yan. Kaya, we change our strategy. So, change strategy. Change strategy. Remember, integration by parts is a trial and error. Kahit kami nagta-trial and error din. And change strategy. Not going to be a progress. Not going to be a progress, no? Tama ba? Not going to be a progress? Or there will be no progress? Not going to... So, what we do, we change, no? Oh, let's try u equals tangent x. Let's get of this together with this. Ito compatible tong secant squared dx with this denominator, power formula. Okay? So, tangent x times e to the tangent x. Yan. So, what is my du, guys? The first derivative of the second. What's the derivative of the second? It is e to the tangent x. Derivative of tangent is secant squared x plus the second. What's the second? E to the tangent x. Derivative of the first, secant squared x. Everything multiplied by dx, no? Because this is differential. Okay? So what is common here, guys? What is common? E to the tangent x. Yan.
Secant squared x.
Saka secant squared x. Oh, what is left? So here in the first term,
Tangent
x,
x plus 1.
no? Plus 1. Okay, very good. Yan. So that is du. Let's see if this will work now. What about dv? Yan. Ang dv natin this time, so again, I'm going to cross this, ha? This will not work, no? Yan. So it means we tried another possibility. So secant squared, yan, secant squared x dx over Yan. 1 plus tangent x quantity squared. Yan. I can bring this up so that it is 1 plus tangent x quantity squared, magiging negative na, no? Raised to negative 2. Yan. Times, I need space. Ano ba yan? I'll move you here. See? Itong magandang aking blackboard, right? I can move things. Yan. So this is just PowerPoint, guys, no? Kaya kailangan alam niyo maximize the use of PowerPoint. Saka yung board natin, it's just a PowerPoint. I just put a design. Yan. So I can now evaluate this. What's the integral? Integral of this. Okay, we can do it mentally. U to the n du. U. So this is U, not me. U. Oh, may U tayo, no? Gawin ko lang U1. Ito yung du natin. Du. Yan. Ito yung n. Oh, n. U to the n du. Oh, what's the integral, guys? Anong integral nan? U to the n plus 1. Guys. U to the n plus 1.
1 plus tangent x
To the negative.
x to negative 1 po.
Over negative 1.
Yes.
Plus some constant which we're going to omit. So simplifying this, we have 1 over 1 plus tangent x. Mukhang tumatama naman, no? Nagka-cancel yan dito. So we now have, what's the result now, guys? We get UV. O UV. Nasaan na ba ang V nito? U, itong V. So we have tangent x times E, no? E to the tangent x over 1 plus, ito pero cancel, no?
Plus tangent x.
Ay, di. Minumultiply ko pa lang pala. 1 plus tangent x. Ang ilalim na. Ako, nahihilo na akong sa screen. Ang liit kasi ng screen ko. So, let's now have v du. V du. O, integral of that. Integral of, so cancelled ang alin. Guys, yung 1 plus tangent na x. Am I right, guys?
Yes po.
So, we just have e to the tangent x secant squared x. Oh, can I now evaluate this using basic integration, guys?
Yes po.
Oh, e to the u du. E to the u du. This is my u. Yan. This is my du. Okay? E to the u du. E to the u du. Oh, what's the answer? If you integrate that, so e to the tangent x times tangent x over 1 plus tangent x minus e to the u. So e to the tangent x. Oh, done. Oh, that's it. So plus c. So we now put c because no more integral sign. Okay, guys? O, tingnan natin kung if we can still make the answer simpler, no? If I'm going to combine, guys, I will get what? I will put here.
E raised to the tangent x.
Oh, we get e to the tangent of x, tangent x, but on the second term dito sa magiging numerator, e to the tangent x times 1 plus negative din, no? E to the tangent x, tangent x.
Yes po.
All over
1 plus tangent x.
magiging mas simple, no? All over 1 plus tangent x. Okay? And that is plus C here. O, alin ang pwede kong makancel
Yung
out?
tangent
So,
x po.
yan. Then, we'll just have negative e to the tangent x, C, over, yan, 1 plus tangent x plus C. Okay, that's it. Okay, guys? Ayan.
Opo.
Look at the problem. So, more exciting sa mga activity nyo. No? At sa prelim exam. Kaya nga technique medyo pahirap na ng pahirap pag nasa technique na. Kasi kailangan you are familiar with what? With the basic integration. And you should know how to strategize. So para bang yan you are just playing a what? A chess, no? So you have to strategize on how you are going to defeat your enemy or your opponent. Here, our enemy is this integral sign. How are we going to kill that that worm, no? That worm looking like symbol. Okay? So that's your goal, to kill or to get rid of that worm looking like symbol na yan. Okay. So that's it. So we're done with integration by parts. So that ends class of our integration by parts. So in integration by parts, you can have the pure integration by parts, but you can also use the improved version or the shortcut one, tabular integration, especially if you want to use repeated integration by parts. I gave you the special forms where you can apply tabular integration. But of course, you can do that using integration by parts continuous, no? So 2 times, 3 times applying integration by parts. And you see also, so you saw also that integrals, after applying integration by parts, you sometimes transpose the integral and combine it with the original, because it so happens that you come up with an integral that is similar to the original except for the coefficient. Okay? Now, another technique of integration, guys, that we can have, we have integration by algebraic substitution. Okay? So that's what we're going to have. I'm going to turn off the recording and then we're going to begin again because this is another topic.